who is a little bit shocked to find out that all of their efforts put into keeping a sneaky link still sneaky have ultimately failed. We have the light bulb moment card, sudden realization, feeling inspired, insightful awareness. And I feel like this is someone maybe that they work with or a close friend, maybe even a family member who's watching two people interact or watching somebody texting on their phone perhaps and realizing that they know a secret. So I feel this is somebody who figures it out on their own, or is working from some pretty like strong observational evidence. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time, or a lot. And I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. It's in the description box along with more information on how to become a member. Thank you to the current members. It's like a little bit weird today, you guys, because I got a monitor stand and successfully built it. I guess I can't say successfully until it doesn't like break in half, right? So you're at like a little bit of a different angle. It's gonna be interesting to get used to. But now I have more space for cards. Hello, Nathaniel. How are you doing? This is the Gold Foil Tarot. Let's see what else we have about this sneaky link that is not so sneaky. What else? Queen of Wands in the reverse. Color me shocked. Queen of Wands in the reverse is absolutely the card that I would be expecting to see for somebody who is trying to have their like physical connection but keep it secret. And here with the Five of Swords, we have somebody who sees two people walking away. It's like, oh, okay, so what were y'all doing in a hotel? Why did you all close the bar down together? Was that you leaving that person's place at like 7 in the morning? We have this Six of Cups in the reverse, and I feel like this is someone who is like their actions or what they've been observed saying or doing have been interpreted by somebody very cleverly. Because it's like, well, why would you be there at that time? Why would you be texting that person? Why are you both looking at your phone and grinning at each other? Oh, you're texting each other. This is like a detective at work. Hello, Redbeard. How are you doing? Hitting like will help you not get caught. Oh, Lord. So we have the Hermit. Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. Somebody who is discovering or figuring out a mystery, and with the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse, I'm just a little bit worried that this could be, I mean, it could be a reference to something that is short term, right? Oh, those two are having a fling. Oh, those two had like a one-night stand. But I'm a little bit nervous that this is like two people who married into the same family, having a flirtation that turns physical. Tell me more. Could also talk about what's at risk for this, sneaky link coming out. Are there relationships at risk? Are there jobs at risk? Was it a Coldplay concert? That'll learn ya. Two of Cups, Three of Wands in the reverse, Ten of Swords. We have two people that are acting loving or flirtatious or, thirsty towards each other, and unexpectedly are discovered, or it's not kept secret. They can't prevent other people from finding out at this point. Maybe there is a video involved. Maybe there is, a family member who happens to be at the same restaurant that day. But it's like, oh, we can't explain this. There's no possible justification other than the one that actually happened. So we have the Empress. The Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. Ace of Wands. I feel like this is someone who would normally be at work or who is supposed to be on a work trip, deciding to take this time to, like, basically, you know, be naked with their sneaky link. And I feel like the Empress card is indicating that we have someone who has children, generally seen as a mother, right? But it could, of course, be a father. This is somebody who I feel is realizing that multiple people are now talking about their sneaky link. Multiple people are asking questions or looking at them sideways like, oh, so what were you getting into over the weekend? I heard a little something. And I do think that there is some connection here to, like, an organization or a structure, which could suggest a workplace or a family. You know, we both married, you know, brothers of the same family or whatever it is, and then we like go out and party, and then I meet this person, or maybe there's actually an attraction between the two, I guess you'd say in-laws. But this is like, you don't really have a way to talk your way out of this. This is the Black Tarot. Hello, Miss Cherokee. How are you doing? Hello, Mysteria. Hello, Mama Boys. What's up? I don't know. There might be some nausea there, too. It depends on which rides you go on. All right, this one jumped out. I wasn't even looking to start yet. We got the Knight of Swords in the reverse. Somebody who says something maybe a little bit impulsively, or I'm feeling like a little bit angrily. What were you doing over there? Or what are you doing having a conversation with so-and-so? I feel like this is an argument. Ten of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. I think we have somebody who is caught leaving their sneaky link's apartment or house. And I feel like it's like a family house, or, so take it how it resonates, but this could be, this person has a family and they're stepping out, and there's an emphasis on the fact that, like, you've gotten so invested in this relationship that you live together and you have kids together. Like, is there no desire to make that work somehow? But for others of you, this is more so that we have somebody who, like, their car is discovered outside of their brother-in-law or sister-in-law's place, you know? This is just, they have no opportunity to lie, even though they would want to. Like, what are you going to say? Like, this person's giving me a ride to the doctor's place? They knew information about the report I was writing on the Titanic? It's like, okay, there's really nothing. I mean, you were probably doing something naughty, you know? Hello, Rachel. How we doing? Yes, Miss Cherokee, this is a general reading and will be until probably about 30 or 35 minutes in, and then I will start personal questions. Hello, Gwenda. How are you doing? Or is it Gwendol? Sorry. So we have the Hanged Man in the reverse, the Seven of Spears or Seven of Pentacles, and the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is in the reverse, clarifying the Eight of Wands in the upright. Okay, okay. This is, in my mind, what I'm seeing is a very toxic, gossipy workplace that I like in the hospitality industry, where, you know, you say one thing on, you know, the far left side of the building, and it is going to reach the extreme right side of the building within about 30 seconds because people will just like telephone it over, you know? And we have somebody who's like, hush, stop. No, no, that's not what, of course not. I can't tell you what it really is. It's not what it looks like. Technically? They're trying to hold it together. You see the little dude at the base of the tree? Like, no, don't ruin my plans. I'm trying to make sure nobody knows. Cat's out of the bag. High Priestess and the Lovers. Secret Lovers. I'm not going to sing it for you guys, but we have the Sneaky Link card, right? Hidden Lovers. And then we have the High Priestess. This is literally like secretive energy. And the Lovers. I'm hearing it. Are you hearing it? Okay. I'm not singing it. Hello, T-Bird. Aw, thank you for being a subscriber. I appreciate that. Hello, Rick. Yeah, so extra, read all about it. These two been boning. Everybody's figuring it out. They can't keep it secret. How embarrassing. Four of Wands, the Star, and the Tower in the reverse. Desperate attempts are being made to discredit this information or to like make it sound like double speaker. It's not like really founded in any kind. Not working. This could be somebody who has some level of, you know, local celebrity. Maybe it's like a local TV station weatherman. Especially because we got, you know, some lightning in there. But I feel like we've got someone who's desperately trying to avoid something falling apart. Their career or an established relationship. Maybe it's just a reputation. Maybe it's a family structure. But we have the Star, and I feel like that is a reference to location. You can't explain why you were there at that time or why you told everyone else that you were at work, but yet your car was over here, you know? Maybe somebody did a little toss the AirPods or AirTag or whatever in the car. Six of Spears or Six of Pentacles in the reverse. You said you were going to be somewhere and you were elsewhere. Now there's a loss. There's a question of, you know, are you trustworthy? Probably not. I'm like, wait, I can explain. Kind of. A little bit. Not really. Hello, Andrew. How are you doing? Hello, Karen. We've got the King of Cups, Fool in the reverse. There's that Ten of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, so this is going to impact someone's career or impact their family. There's either a fracture in like a relationship between parent and child, because let's be real, I've seen way too many of those Reddit posts where someone's like, my fiance slept with my mom and I don't know what to do about. Leave. Leave. Run away. This is, or the Ten of Pentacles could be about money, right? See the Coldplay example. I made a decision and it has caused some drama in my life. So we have with the King of Cups, you see how like there's not really like a face there. This is someone who feels like they're ashamed. They feel like they have to hide their face. And they're emotional, but they feel guilty for it. So why the Ace of Pentacles, though? This is the tarot, or sorry, the Egyptian tarot. Hello, Terry. How are you doing? Hello, Cyber Johnny. What's up? What's important to you? That's what the Ace of Pentacles is. So to the Hermit perhaps this is obvious. The Hermit being the person who's like, oh, you two totally get naked together, don't you? Maybe they're not smiling when they discover it. Maybe they're like, oh, that's the decision you made. Okay, okay. But in the aftermath, after the secret has already started to spread like wildfire, wildfire. I did it, you guys. There's a choice. What are you going to prioritize? How are you going to make amends? Are you going to be comfortable with that accountability? Or are you going to make it worse for yourself? Anybody got any opinions on whether the Coldplay people made it worse for themselves? I got an opinion. I'm gonna sue you. I expected to be able to do my dirty stuff with nobody knowing, and you put it up on a big old screen. I was in public and I wanted privacy. That's what they sound like, just so you know. I did a lot of research, and that was the voice. I don't know why. I just really enjoy making people sound like a bad interpretation of Mickey Mouse. So here we are again with the King of Cups, this time in the reverse. Lover boy. We have somebody who has regrets because they thought they were like having the time of their life, and that it would be relatively easy to keep this secret, relatively easy to avoid consequences. But now with the World card, it's like, nope. Congratulations, you've gone viral. Congratulations, the whole town's talking about you. You know, spotlight on you and your indiscretion, your sneaky link. How are you gonna handle it? Is there going to be a heartfelt apology? Is there going to be course correction? Is there going to be, you know, finger pointing? It was all their fault. Devil in the reverse is a good sign. And the Nine of Swords in the reverse. I feel like we have two different reactions here. Let's see. And with the Sun and the Empress card coming out together, this seems to me like we've got one person who sees, I need to be very careful how I handle this because it could cause problems long term if I'm resistant to like dealing with the consequences that I should. So we might have someone who seems genuinely apologetic and wants to put the episode behind them and change their behavior. And we could have another person who's like, screw you guys, I'm going home. You can't judge me. I'm a gingerbread man. I know that's not the right saying. It's okay. The real saying is you can't catch me. And then we have the Chariot come out, which is basically like, if you're gonna have a card that represents law enforcement, that would be this. Not to mention it's a fast moving energy. So like, no, I can catch you. And I did catch you. So this is what happens when people are a little bit overly confident that they can keep something secret, but they don't really contemplate how difficult is it going to be to keep this sneaky link secret for a long period of time. Hello, 7K. How are you doing? Yep. The truth always comes out, right? Hello, how's it going, Align Your Soul? Hello, Winston. Hello, TW. What else do we have? Another Ace of Pentacles. I'm starting to think that someone might get pregnant from this. Quote of the day, right? I'm kind of thinking this Empress coming out and the Ace of Pentacles. I kind of feel like this is the, you know, sometimes when you do the horizontal mambo, you end up like creating a human. and the Magician. So one person's test might be basically, are you willing to say, yep, that is in fact that person's child? Or get a test. I feel like this is like confirmation after somebody figures it out. Then there's chatter, and maybe that's not for all of you, but this is, I mean, we've had the Empress come out a couple times and the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like this is talking about a baby. High Priestess in the reverse. Can't keep that secret very easily, can you? Eight of Wands. Yeah. I think we have a sneaky link that went from sneaky to now we have to go to doctor's visits. Let's get a few from the romantic Lenormand. Hello, Spiritual Journey. How are you doing? Hello, Dwight. That's fair. Oh, Will, I'm so glad to hear that. Isn't it such a great song? So calming. You all might think I'm crazy, but there's also a song from Fear Factory that I used to listen to like on repeat when I was sleeping. I think it's called Timelessness, but that's a little bit more, you know, a little bit more rock than Incubus. No offense, Incubus. But Incubus, oh no, I really shouldn't say that. I'll piss people off if I say that. All right, what else do we have? Garden, number 20. This talks about a community. This is like, you know, you walk into a bar and all of a sudden everything goes quiet and they're all staring at you like, so you thought that was what you should wear here? I had a friend who would overdress all the time and it was just amusing. You know, like go to like the local dive bar and people are quite literally wearing sweatpants and, you know, like the jeans that they wore to paint someone's house earlier that day. And she would get all like dressed up and I'm like, I don't know, man. You trying too hard. See, we've got gossip. Owls talk about the communication side of things happening in this group. Again, it could be within a family, it could be within a workplace, or just a social community, but it's like, pss, pss, pss. Oh my God, they totally banged. How mad do you think everybody is? Talking about how long it's been going on for. Talking about how this person at first tried to claim that they were innocent. Especially if this is someone who was like, no, it wasn't that. That's not what happened. And then it ended up there was a pregnancy. That might complicate things for them. But this bouquet is about somebody who is seen as beautiful or very attractive. How you doing, Marcus? I hope you're having a good day. Would you like me to pull some cards for you? Gotta have groovy tunes, you know? What do we need next? I think we need a situations deck. What kind of situation are they in? I think Queen and Garth. I like it. I only wear metal shirts, plaid, and hiking boots. That's an excellent combo. I would explain to you my general aesthetic, but I think you all get it. Will we get killed with snow? Well, let's phrase it slightly better, shall we? I I feel like a lot of people are facing that, right? Like today it's gonna get crazy here, and I don't like that. Like I moved away from Minnesota because I was over it. But the good news is I did stock up on Dr. Pepper, you guys. And cheese. Also got a lot of cheese. We've got, shout out to Flour. We've got lockdown, interview, and legal. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. I think we have somebody who is getting divorced. I think we have somebody who realizes I really have like nothing that I can say to contradict what people have started to assume or say about me. Because it turns out that they actually did figure me out. And even though I might have been kind of like living it up, married to this person, hanging out with that person, now I'm looking at having to deal with things on my own. They're realizing they're going to have some financial issues because of this decision. And in some cases, there's more than one person that is at fault here within the same family, right? In-laws who shouldn't be fraternizing. So there could be, for some of you, more than one divorce. We have TikTok or within the same workplace, right? TikTok, time running out, deadline, crushed, sad, broken, feeling alone, and plugged, tuned in, internet connected. I'm telling you, this is like, people are talking about this. Hopefully, I guess for their sake, it's not as bad as the Coldplay situation, but we do have someone who's worried because they're realizing their whole life is changing as a result of this sneaky link, and they're gonna have to like go get their own living situation, maybe even find a new job, maybe move because nobody likes them anymore. Like, it's not looking good. What else do you want? We're gonna go with the Soul Cat Tarot. Ew, that's really cool. Yes, thank you for liking and subscribing. I appreciate it. What else? And I'm sorry if you hear my stomach growl. It's probably gonna happen. Six of Cups in the reverse, Page of Cups. I think there's a baby. Yeah, I think that somebody's asking about paternity. There's an unexpected pregnancy, or the timing is off in some way, or baby's born, doesn't look like its father. Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, King of Swords. This is the confirmation for many of you. For others of you, this is just, there was real strong evidence, didn't really need to have the baby confirmation. But I do feel like for the majority of you, the Empress is coming out talking about someone actually getting pregnant from this sneaky link. Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, Eight of Cups in the reverse. Five of Pentacles in the reverse. Look, you know, for a lot of people, having a baby is like a joyous event. And in this case, it is compounding financial problems. So, not to mention the impact to somebody's reputation. So I feel like there's a little bit of a lack of joy over this, right? Like, oh, you not really interested in perhaps having a child, or having a child that kind of reminds them of how they messed up. Chariot in the reverse and the Four of Cups in the reverse. But this is a responsibility for both of the folks involved. And it could also go to court as far as, you know, now that I'm a divorced person, I have to figure out what's going on as far as child custody with this new child or with this child. And there could be some impact to finances as a result. Let's see. What do we want? We're going to go with the Earth and Bones Tarot. Ooh, Lord. Hello, Sanrio. How are you doing? This is a general reading. Hello, Michael. Ace of Petals or Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. Seven of Petals or Seven of Pentacles. Knight of Swords in the reverse. I think there was an argument over what this new chapter looks like. And that could mean, hey, you know, now that our relationships totally blew up because everybody found out what was going on, do you want to live together? Are we going to be together? Or, hey, now that, you know, the test has confirmed that there's a baby on the way, like, what do you plan to do about that? Are you going to be involved? Are you just going to be, like, financially involved? There's some difficult conversations, and I feel like it's creating some tension. Nine of Cups, Queen of Petals, or Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Going for what they wanted selfishly ended up making their financial situation just like crash. 10 of Wicks, 10 of Wands. It's a difficult lesson, you know? They may have been at one point feeling like they were living quite the lifestyle, perhaps in part because they were married. And then they had this sneaky link and everything seems to point to this person is now living like a pauper, or feels like, you know, I had to take a big hit financially because I chose to step out. And of course it could be that someone lost their job. Three of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, or Three of Petals, and the Sun. Because if this affair or sneaky link makes an employer doubt whether or not they could trust you, we could have somebody who lost their job as well. King of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. So even though this is somebody who was very quick to kind of like pride themselves on this is what I do, or this is how much money I have, or this is how much I can spend, now they're feeling like they've watched multiple things in their life get degraded or, you know, demoted because of their choice to be with this person that they should not have been with. Especially if there was, like, you know, a sibling thing happening, right? Like, I can't believe you would hit on your, you know, brother-in-law. This is the Bianco Nero. Oh, have a wonderful day, hon. That's a good call, Dwight. Hello, Kenny. How are you doing? Seven of Wands in the reverse. Four of Swords. Three of Swords and the Seven of Swords in the reverse. The only thing that makes this situation move forward in a better way is through accountability and genuine apology or acceptance of the consequences. So in other words, I feel like this is somebody who has been really kind of like put through the ringer because they didn't take consequences seriously. And it's like the universe wanted to be like, oh, you don't think it's a big deal? What about now? Oh, look at all the consequences. This is someone having to look at themselves in the mirror and realize I made some choices and that's why I am where I am. I could have had a different outcome if I had been a little bit more reliable or genuine or had made different choices. Now people look at me differently. But they've gone through this so that they could open their eyes. Don't be stubborn when the universe wants to teach you a lesson. It'll only make it more painful. You're like, okay, I got it. I'm gonna walk away now. No, I learned. Leave me alone. This person is a little tearful or regretful that they didn't take seriously some of the, you know, like warnings or second guess type energy that they had. It's like, I should have listened to that little voice that was saying, are you sure you want to do this? Is this worth it? Hey, Cozy Cat, how are you doing? Ten of Swords, Five of Pentacles. So if only I'd listened to that intuitive voice, I probably wouldn't feel like I tricked myself out of my own blessings or betrayed myself. Betraying someone else didn't seem like a problem until it ruined everything that I had. So that's an ego death as far as I'm concerned. And I do feel like we have somebody who is realizing it's time for them to change. So it may not be that way for both of the folks that were involved in this sneaky link situation. But we do have one person who is looking at this and realizing, yeah, no, that was totally my fault. And I should not have done that. And I'm going to have to act differently. Or, you know, these are the consequences of the choices that I made. But we also have someone who's deciding to just like wallow in it. Nah, I don't want to change. Maybe I'm stuck. Maybe people don't like me right now. Maybe I sabotage things that are good in my life, but that's just how I am. What's up, April? So we've got the Six of Swords. This person still has an opportunity to go through their ego death as well. And maybe they will see that their former sneaky link partner is actually improving things in their life by embracing accountability and change. Because it's going to be in stark contrast to the Emperor in the reverse, or the affair partner who does not take healing seriously, who is just kind of stuck and feeling like there's nothing they can do to change things. They have an opportunity to make a different choice once they see that, you know, the person that they'd been messing with is having a better aftermath because they're taking it seriously and learning what they can from it. All right, so we're going to grab a few from the Love Tarot. Ria, how are you doing? Yeah, I don't know what that is either. Oh, quartz. Okay, got you. Thank you, Rachel. We have It's On. I see you looking good and moving on. I don't care who you're talking to. I'm better. I will compete for you. Okay. Oh, I really do need to start though, huh? It's 38 minutes. I'm sorry, y'all. Hello, Joelle. How are you doing? How is Raquel towards me right now? All right. I will pull just a few more from this and then start on those. Sorry, y'all. No one compares. No matter how many people I've met and experiences I have, there's no one who compares to you. I feel like this is actually about the person that they ended up getting a divorce or having a pretty serious breakup with, not the sneaky link. I daydream about our future together, going on adventures and growing old together. I want it all. Because they're stuck in the Five of Cups, right? I didn't mean to lose all of that. I hate how much I've hurt you. I'm so sorry for all the pain I've caused. You didn't deserve any of it. Now this person's obsessed. The Emperor in the reverse. I think I'm obsessed with you. I think about you all the time. I stalk your socials, and I hope I run into you when I'm out. Because, you know, I didn't mean to ruin that relationship. I did, but I didn't mean to. All right, this is the Jack-o'-lantern tarot. Let's see what the details are for Marcus regarding the snowstorm. Yes, April. We are at 40 minutes already. What does Marcus need to know about the snowstorm? Is there going to be epic proportions? This is like, just get what you need to be able to hunker down. I do feel like there's going to be someone here, and by someone I mean like maybe an organization, like snowplow people, or I don't know, like heat, right? There's someone here from a like structure standpoint, electricity perhaps, that could cause some problems. Page of Swords, justice. So I feel like you are making the right choices to make sure that you can just kind of deal with it. I do feel like there are going to be people that don't take it seriously, and they may end up having some difficulties driving. So, you know, I don't think I need to tell you that this is saying like you really just don't want to leave for any old reason if somebody tries to convince you. Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, Nine of Wands in the reverse. Marcus, I do feel like you say something that convinces someone else. Maybe I should just wait on that. Maybe I don't need to go. And it may even just be like kind of nonchalantly you mention it and someone's like, oh, you know what? Yeah, maybe I should not. Fun fact, I had a coworker named Marcus a long time ago who had a better car for driving around in like 3 feet of snow and kindly rescued me when I couldn't. He was my coworker, so he gave me a ride back to my place because my car was not gonna cut it. Nope, it was stuck. So shout out to Marcus. So current Marcus, we've got Six of Pentacles. Just make sure that I'm actually seeing someone might want to make sure they have cash on hand. But yeah, I feel like you're making the right choices. You're probably going to get somebody inspired to be a little bit, like, take it a little bit more seriously than they would have otherwise. But you'll be all right. Let's see what we've got for Joao. We've got the Marseille Cat Tarot for you. Yes, please be safe out there, everybody. I'm sure not everyone is going to be dealing with a snowstorm, but if you are, you know, find some hot chocolate, get in your cozies, pick out a good movie. Oh, wow. Joao, we've got the Lovers coming out for you. How is she feeling towards Joe? Judgment, Ace of Wands, Seven of Pentacles. She's facing a major choice right now. And I do feel like it's like comparing you. Which one is better? Do I want to go with suitor number 1 or suitor number 2? I do feel like she's nervous about something not working out with you long term. Maybe things are fine now, or maybe things can be fine for a little while, but at a certain point, I feel like you get sick of me or you get upset with me. Seems to be her perspective. Page of Pentacles in the reverse, Death in the reverse, seems to be saying that we've got some unfinished business, but I'm worried about whether or not to like dive in right now. It's like she's trying to find the right time because she feels like it's only for a certain amount of time. I don't like that. Two of Wands in the reverse. So the way I'm seeing it in my mind is if you have the opportunity because you have the day off and it's a beautiful day outside, I'd rather think about that than snow right now. And you're like, you know what? I'm going to go get like a little tan. and I'm gonna get like my swimsuit on. I'm gonna get my towel. Gotta make sure I have my AirPods, make sure that they're charged. Maybe I'll bring like a little like Sudoku book or like a magazine or something. You go through all that trouble and then you go to the place where you're gonna, you know, catch a little bit of a tan. And then all of a sudden the clouds come out and you're like, no. For some reason, she feels like whatever she has with you, it's like a period of time that's limited. And she will not be able to have like forever. And it makes me feel like it's because there's like something that you would find out. She feels like it's only a matter of time before you would like walk away from her. So is there a secret that he doesn't know? Yes. The Magician. Could be Aries energy. I feel like she distracts you. She starts fights when she wants you to like look a particular way. She can't juggle forever, which is why it's like there's a period of time where I'm gonna like potentially have, you know, you in my life. Is now the right time? Because I know eventually you're gonna be like, no. Yeah. I gotta be honest, this isn't coming through as somebody who's like, I see obstacles and I want to remove them because I want to be with you. Or I know that you want to be treated this way, so I'm going to do what I need to do in order to be able to offer you that. It's more so like, how do I make sure that I get like the most amount of time with you before you realize that I've been faking something? Or before you realize that, you know, I'm really not that great. She should be able to be authentic with you, you know? Hey, Third Eye. Hello, Chris. How's it going? Joao, I think you deserve somebody who has better intentions. It could just be this boils down to somebody who's insecure, but then that's something that needs to be dealt with before you can really be in a healthy relationship, right? Otherwise, you end up dealing with like jealousy and codependency and the manipulation. So, yeah. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I love you all. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes, and I will be seeing you on the next reading. Doodles!